Now, yesterday we started talking about the rights of the wife on the husband. And I spoke about the fact that Islam preserves the rights of the wife to a degree that over 50 rights have been documented or are related by the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam with respect to the treatment of the wife. It includes treating her with goodness, with kindness. It includes, catering for her, providing for her, shielding her. It includes giving her all that she needs to be a good wife to you, the husband. And that's why the men are the protectors and maintainers of women. الرِّجَالُ قَوَّامُونَ عَلَى النِّسَاءِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it that way. Allah has risen the ranks of the men over the women. وَلِلرِّجَالِ عَلَيْهِنَّ دَرَجَةً. Why? Because as men, you bear the greater responsibility for your family. And all of what you do, what you earn, it belongs to not just yourself, but also to her. And this is why it is said in one narration, what you spend or what you make of your wealth belongs to you and your wife. But what she has is for only her. Khalas, she does not have to spend that on you. But if she chooses to do so out of goodwill, this is fine. And the one who wants to have a long life, there's a statement, happy wife, happy life. But I say happy wife, long life, inshallah. Right? But then we come to the rights of the men as well. The rights of the husbands over the wives. And the rights of the husbands are also there for the women to note and to also take cognizance of. For example, it is the right of the husband that as the wife, if the man is a provider for you, he is providing for the home, it is upon you to also be a righteous spouse to him, for you to be obedient to him. For صالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله. You protect his home from that which he does not want to come into his home. You preserve his dignity and his honor. You do not go out to speak calumny or speak bad about your husband. Instead, wherever you go to, you always speak good about your husband. A typical example we know of Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, when he once visited his son Ismail. And when he got to the home of Ismail, he didn't meet with his son alayhi salatu wasalam. And he asked his wife, how is the condition? Or how is your condition? And the wife began to complain about how they didn't have this, they didn't have that. And Nabi Ibrahim left a message saying, when my son returns, tell him to change his doormat. The woman did not understand what that meant. Nabi Ismail returns home and he sees that there is a feeling that someone had come to him. He says, did someone visit? And the wife responds and said, yes, someone so and so came to visit. And he said that was his father. What message did he give? He says you should change your doormat. He says what my father means is that I should divorce you. And he divorced his wife, khalas, and he married another woman. That was Nabi Ibrahim, who is a prophet of Allah. You and I are not prophets of Allah. So if your father comes and tells you, divorce your wife now, you would naturally obey him, but you also say, my father, let me find out what happened. Right? This was a prophet of Allah though, and what it meant was that you didn't have a wife who was grateful and content with what Allah had provided her. So contentment is very important for our dear sisters and even to us as well. Every man goes out there and struggles with the trials of the world. Every one of us as men, when we go out there, there are various challenges that you face in trying to provide for your family. You meet with people who cheat you, who backstab you, who treat you badly, who deceive you, who betray you. When you come back to your home, you don't want to come to a home where you would also face the same kind of thing, because you have gone through that just trying to provide for your home. So for the wife who wants to really earn her Jannah, because as she knows, her Jannah is with the spouse, with her husband. If you want to earn this, then treat that man, treat that husband with respect and dignity. And inshallah, this is something that will beautify your home and elevate your status. But for the men to get this, you also have to treat your wives well. I've met brothers who say, oh, they want to have a wife like Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha. But then ask yourself, Khadija was to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam the way she was because of the noble character he has. What character do you have as a man to warrant the same from your wife. And it is also the same for the wife. What character do you have to warrant a man that treats you how the Prophet ﷺ treated his spouse? He is truly the best of examples. And that's why the verse that the Imam recited, and a beautiful verse, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about how, or mentions how, his salawat are sent upon the noble messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, as well as the angels. So, O you who believe, send your salawat upon him. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Subhanakallah wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruk wa natubu ilayk. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.